Hi, I'm Jadra and I'm co-president of GSA, and this is my coming out story. It was the summer after 7th grade, and there was a lot of different influencers and YouTubers that were coming out as either bisexual or pansexual, and were kind of explaining their journey of how they were able to get to their definition. And it really helped me open my eyes and realize that some people do just prefer one gender over the other. Growing up, I never got the whole girls are supposed to like guys or whatever. It was just like, oh, we choose to like guys. But once I was able to figure out that I was pansexual, I came out to a group of friends. And in that group of friends, there was a girl that I liked, and she came out soon after I did, and we started dating. And even though it was middle school, it was really fun and kind of magical to have this person who understood me so well and didn't question anything. And it was amazing to have that support group when I came out. I'm really happy that I was able to come out in such a positive way.
Hi, I am Caitlin Moore. I'm co-president of our community's GSA, and this is my coming out story. So I came out in, I believe, the end of 7th grade to two close friends of mine at the time. I only told them as they were also part of the community already out, and they were kind of the reason why I kind of knew about that identity and that I actually felt part of it and it felt comfortable expressing myself that way. As I grew up in a more conservative family where I didn't have the ability or resources to feel comfortable expressing those concerns and questions about my sexuality to my parents. However, when I came out and I started dating a girl in 8th grade, my two sisters found out and I came out to them, and they were very supportive. I'm grateful I had that support system in my family, since my out of familial support system is already great, and I feel very proud that I was able to have such a good experience coming out. Of course, there's always some experiences with certain people that make me feel insecure, but I finally realized it's not about what they think, it's about what I feel comfortable in.
I'm reading Jocelyn's coming out story. She uses she, they pronouns and identifies as queer. When she first came out to her parents, she was met with criticism and unsupportiveness from her mom, and her dad just shrugged her off completely and called her sexuality a product of the media. When she came out to her friends, however, they were very supportive and they were very caring. She also found a very accepting community within Glencoe's theater, and that has helped her accept herself and made her who she is today.
When I came out, there was a lot of pressure already on me from my mom being like, we know you're gay, you're gay, you're gay. And I was just like, I'm not gay, because I didn't know what kind of gay I was. I ended up taking a lot of am I gay quizzes, and I always got bisexual or heterosexual. So I took one last one to break the tie, and it said biromantic asexual. Now I know that I'm pan-romantic asexual, but at the time I was really excited. I called my mom, and she was wearing a pride shirt, and she was like, that's cool, yeah. I told her I was biromantic asexual, and she didn't really know what it meant, so my cousin explained it. And then she outed me to my other mom, which was really upsetting to me because I wanted to be the one to tell her, and then whenever I got to tell her, it wasn't really special. Then my mom ended up saying also that you don't know what you are, you're too young to know that stuff, you know. So it was kind of really contradicting and upsetting. And then I had some people telling me labeling yourself isn't like the best, and I think it's definitely a preference if you want to label yourself or not.
Eve's coming out story. Eve goes by she, her pronouns and identifies as a transgender lesbian. When she came out to her family, her mom was very supportive and was able to go shopping for some new clothes that would make her feel more comfy. And the rest of her family tries their best to use her preferred pronouns and her chosen name. She was able to find a supportive group at Glencoe, and although she was forced to come out earlier than she had wanted, she got very positive feedback from teachers, offering helpful resources and making sure that her preferred name and preferred pronouns are used.
I'm reading an anonymous message for a student. She uses she, her pronouns and is questioning. When she has come out to her friends, they've been supportive and kind. And when she came out to her teachers, they've also been very supportive. However, she wishes she had the confidence to come out to her parents.
This is a coming out story for an anonymous erased person at Glencoe. They go by she, they pronouns. And when they came out to their family, they didn't really explicitly tell their parents. It kind of came up in a passing conversation, and they kind of didn't really make it a super big deal. They were supportive, and then their siblings were actually the ones that helped them figure out their identity and what they felt comfortable with, and helped them research and gave them their resources. And then when they came out to their friends, they didn't really remember a specific story. They just remember how they told them, and they all were supportive. And when she told them, she got that accepting feeling from them, as they all just cared for their friend and wanted to stay with her. And then the one thing she has told her teachers is only a few of them, and all of them have accepted her as herself, and they're very appreciative of that positivity here at Glencoe. And then one thing they wish happened before was that they wish they did the research about them with themselves first before getting the information from her siblings, as she didn't want to make certain assumptions off of things that she was trying to figure out on her own.
I'm reading an anonymous message for a student. He uses he, they pronouns and identifies as a gender. When he first came out to his mom about not being a girl, he was met with unsupportiveness and criticism. He was told by his mom that he could be nothing but her baby girl, and this has made it really difficult for him to come out to anybody else. Fortunately, when he came out to his friend, he was met with lots and lots of support, and they were very, very helpful. He just wishes that his mom would be more supportive of him and accepting.
Another anonymous person who did the form for a coming out story was by she, her, hers, and they are a transgender lesbian woman here at Glencoe. So when she first came out, her parents were quite surprised, but they were still supportive. They were hesitant as they didn't probably know much about the transgender community, and they were worried that she was going through a phase. However, once they realized that she wasn't, they tried to give her the resources that she deserved to have to fully feel comfortable in her identity. And then when she came out to her first friend was when he was driving her home from the Sonic movie. He was very supportive, and she felt that it got them to become closer, and their bond drastically improved together after that serious conversation. And after that, they started talking about more in-depth conversations together, and she feels very lucky to have him in her corner. And after that, she decided to come out to some more of her friends in their friend group. All of them were supportive, and she felt very happy that she had a good support group and didn't have to worry about the negative consequences that could have happened if she came out to other people. So she has not come out to any of her teachers or employer, so she has something to say about that, and that's her coming out story.
Hi, I am reading a coming out story for a non-binary and queer individual. They use they, them pronouns. And when they initially came out to their mother, they were accepted, but the mother soon made this coming out about her and found multiple ways to misgender this person and make it about herself. Eventually, this person was forced to come out to their father, and the father did not take it well. And the father made it very clear that this person would be the minority because of their gender identity and that it wasn't safe for them. And he still uses wrongly gendered terms and dead names this person. And this person wishes that they were able to come out on their own terms and come out with a clear state of mind and able to fully talk about these issues rather than what had happened.